Hey, all you wonderful people! Welcome to episode 4 of my Game System Collection series. Today, we're leaving behind the chronological order I've been doing and skipping ahead. Context being, a couple of my systems don't have enough games to give an overall opinion. Until then, here we go. The time has come to cover a console that started as a successful rookie in the 90s and became one of the most dominant brands in gaming history. Our story begins when Nintendo wanted help to create a CD add-on to the Super Nintendo. They first went to Sony, who agreed to work alongside the gaming titan. But when Sony announced their project, dubbed the Nintendo PlayStation, Nintendo came out the next day saying they were doing the same thing with Sony's rival Philips. Embarrassed and betrayed, Sony set out to make their own game system. This is a shortened version of the story, but you get the gist. If you're wondering what happened with the Nintendo Philips deal, that didn't work out either, but Nintendo gave permission to Philips to use their characters on their own system. We don't talk about that. The CDI was a big expensive flop. But I digress. The Sony PlayStation came out in 1995 and absolutely demolished the other 5th generation systems, the Sega Saturn and Nintendo 64. Both great systems in their own right. The big draw for gamers and game developers was the use of CDs, which could hold more space and were cheaper to produce. It also used memory cards to save data, which carried over to the consoles of the 2000s. Alrighty, story time's over. Let's play the games. Powerboat Racing. The first game I ever bought for the PS1. It's an early 3D boat racer with different classes/hulls of speedboats. The controls take a bit of time to get used to, not being able to use the first DualShock, but once you get it down, this is a fun and challenging racer. Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2000. Our latest sports game, the most advanced so far in the collection too. You even get to use the DualShock. Nice fun relaxing golf with the players of the time. I enjoy every time I put this one in. Williams Arcade's Greatest Hits. An arcade compilation from the company Williams, featuring Robotron, Joust, Sinistar, Bubbles, Defender, and Defender 2. A great selection from the old days of gaming. Asteroids. The arcade classic is back with a new look, as well as multiple levels. It even features multiplayer to blast space rocks with your buddies. It even has the original within. Always good to play again. Q*bert. Another revamp of the old days. Q*bert must venture through multiple levels to save his friends. This also includes the original, and I must say, I love the Atari 2600, but this simply controls better, so I have a better time playing it. Star Trek Invasion. Space. The Final Frontier. This game takes place during the Next Generation movie era after the Big Dominion War. You take control of a starfighter under the command of Lieutenant Commander Worf to take on the dastardly Romulans. As a Star Trek fan and lover of older games, this sits firmly in my collection. Independence Day. Based on the movie, you fly your jet fighter around the world to stop the alien invasion. Something feels familiar though. Jet fighter, based on a movie. Nah, I can't think of it. Next game. NASCAR 98 Collector's Edition. Daggum NASCAR! Oh, that accent is terrible. Don't let it fool you, though. I love NASCAR, and this game is no exception. You can play as a number of racers from that year, including my man Dale Earnhardt Sr., and take to the oval for the old Winston Cup. Being the 50th Anniversary Collector's Edition, they added my personal favorite racer, Richard Petty, his 70s Charger, and the original Super Speedway Darlington. The only thing about this game that confuses me is that they left out Daytona. Other than that, I absolutely adore this one. Grand Theft Auto Director's Cut. Another one of the biggest franchises of all time. Also one of the most controversial, but that seems to happen with each game at this point. This includes both the original and London 1969. Both are similar other than the location. Just starting 69 though is a little complicated. You put its disc in, then you take that out and put the first in, then put the London back in. Confusing, I know, but it works, and it's what they had, so I can't make fun of it. An interesting start to a legendary series. GTA 2. Last game of the day, not much different from the first, but the big idea is to gain respect from the other gangs to raise your street cred. Another interesting game from the early days of GTA. Alrighty, there you go. The PlayStation 1. Quite the background story to become a gaming titan itself. Stay tuned for episode 5. Good day to you all.